WNYWaterCooler.com.
Back at it like a crack addict, Mr. Black Magic.
I just said he didn't want me in the strip club. I was like, well, I don't think nothing wrong with going to the strip club.
If I hear one more time,
And we're a little bummed out that we don't get 3 weeks.
Shut it! Would you shut the hell up? Nobody gives a rat's ass.
y'all don't love us. Y'all don't love us. Well, let it be known here. We know y'all hate
You know, Mark Duffy is just the baddest human being I've ever seen in my life.
This whole thing is the biggest fairy tale I've ever seen.
One of my friends, he was playing basketball. They was winning the game. It was so competitive. They broke some leg from the table, and they threw it. It went right through his heart, and he died right on the court. So, like, I'm accustomed to playing basketball. Really rough.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
Welcome back. WNYWaterCooler.com podcast. We got Steve, our fabulous host, and we got Coast on the line on a train.
Jan, man, what's happening?
Had me nervous there that first half. Wow, Josh Allen looked like shit.
Yeah, offense looked terrible early, but they played like they just dug out of 6 feet of snow. I mean, it's not really surprising that they started off slow. 3 and outs, but they turned it around. And, Jesus, this train. They scored on 8 of 10 drives. I mean, what more can you ask for?
Well, yeah, I mean, no, they picked it up, but I thought it was very touch and go there. I will say I was wrong about this weather event. They got it. The forecasters got it for a change. But...
Yeah, you were wrong. You weren't happy last week.
Yeah,
they're doing this before 1 inch of snow falls. Thank God they did.
Well,
I don't know why the Bills waited until Saturday to leave. They were confident enough in this storm that they moved the game, yet the Bills were like, well, we're just going to leave when we normally do. And,
well, that was a strange dichotomy there. Yeah. Well, I mean, Poloncarz is just chasing cameras. I mean, the guy has to be so important, but
it was the right call. It was the
well,
right
they could have
call.
just waited until Friday morning. Yeah, when I wake up and I do see a foot and a half out there at 7:30. Okay, I mean, maybe. I mean, they still could have played it here. Oh, I mean, everyone
no
just
fans would have
whined.
been able to go. I mean, there's no way you could have got they could have got the field clear, but they wouldn't have been able to get the stands clear. Like it was impossible. I mean, they got 6.5 feet.
Not enough wind confusion, I guess.
So it was.
I can't wait for the first big snowfall in this new fucking stadium if they ever build it. Hopefully they don't.
Yeah, but it all ended up working out, and and last week too, we got one real practice in. We had the flu going through the locker room. So all in all, and Cleveland was actually better than I thought. They're apparently a top 10 offense in yards and points scored this season, which I didn't really pay much attention to, obviously, because they sort of lit us up.
All you worry about is like Josh Allen's like breakfast or something every day.
Oh,
you don't pay attention
day.
to the league.
I see pictures of this dude shoveling. I'm losing my mind. What's going on? Hopefully that was staged. But
if I hear another thing about his fucking neighbors helping, did he give these guys gas cards? I hope.
Earl Winters, is that his name?
Yeah, whatever. I'm sure his mom's pretty. Yeah, Squirrel Winters. Fucking not a name.
Yeah. So the Browns, first half they were sort of just owning us, and we got lucky big time on 2 straight drives. They had 2 drop touchdowns, and then on the next drive they fumbled the snap, and we could have easily found ourselves in like a
huge hole,
17 to 3 hole to dig out of.
Yeah, and the only reason we had the first points is because of Hines' punt returns. Did he change his number, or was he always 20 for us?
I think he was always 20, but that dude is fast. I don't understand why we can't. He got 1 carry in the game and lost like 8 yards, which he got pulled down by the face mask. Yet they somehow missed the call. But
Yeah, it was a weird game. Yeah, the Browns, like the second half, or maybe even just starting late second quarter, they just like tried to lose.
mid second quarter to like mid fourth quarter, we completely dominated. But they definitely dominated early, and then the garbage time stuff. Yeah, it was garbage time, but our D's really just gonna let them march down the field for 2 touchdowns late, like.
Yeah, it was like reminiscent of the Vikings game. I had the under in both games. I don't know what this defense is doing. They're just like, we'll just take off the fourth quarter. Why try it? Peculiar. And they almost get the onside kick.
Yeah, when I saw Gabe Davis on the hands team, I mean, it's funny that it ends up him that almost drops the onsider. But all in all, good win. I thought the offense played well after they covered. Was it at 7.5?
Yeah, I think it was 8.5.
Oh, wow!
I don't know.
2-point conversion there at the end that they didn't go for.
Well, I never understand how they base that off of. I mean, the lines fluctuate. I think they go off what kickoff, but
yeah,
I mean, sometimes a kickoff it fluctuates a lot. I don't know. I don't look enough into how they determine that.
We took the points, which I love to see. We didn't seem desperate. Like when you're playing a team that you're better than, you don't have to go for it on every fourth down. And you can just we hardly ever punt. That's going to be true in like every game. So when you're down there, it's fourth down, just kick the field goal. I mean, we had 8 scores in the game. Like you're going to score 30 points every time.
Yeah, surprisingly, I do agree with you with a lot of that, where they just, Joshy Poo didn't have his panic while he's like, oh, well, we'll just kick a field goal, or maybe, oh my God, we could run the ball with a running back. I mean, I know the
Allen
radio
had
says
one
we're
run,
not allowed
maybe?
to, but.
Did Allen run at all in the game? He had one run that was called back on a hold. So I don't remember him even making an attempt to run. So
yeah, they didn't. They really haven't had any designed runs the last 2 games.
When you're the superior team, you don't have to be fancy. You don't have to do. I mean, like when you're playing the Jets game, basically any game we play in, pretty much the rest of the season, if we don't turn the ball over, we're gonna probably win.
Oh wow! Did you crack the code? Did you just figure out the NFL? But if we don't turn the ball over, do you know who our quarterback is?
But you're not. The difference is we score. We never punt ever. We hardly ever punt. So we're gonna have so many chances to score that it's okay to just.
Yeah. So we need Joshy to only turn it over in between the 30s. You're saying, and then we'll be good.
No, I'm saying I still need him to be aggressive, and we still want to score touchdowns. But if it's fourth and 3 from the 8-yard line, it's okay to kick a field goal. It's okay to kick. We don't first quarter.
As long as you don't listen to the radio.
Second field goal. I think it was a situation where it was like 4th and 2, and then I see the win probability tweets. Oh, 78 if we go, 75 if we kick. It's like I can't stand that shit. Like, get the points. We know that we struggle in the red zone too. And then so there's no sense in pressing. And then the last thing I'll say on that is on that one drive where Singletary ran it down to the 1, they called a holding, and then it was like 2nd and 20. It's like we were like, all right, well, let's just get to 3. And I thought that was smart. There's no sense in trying to just force balls into the end zone because you don't want to kick a field goal. Just kick the field goal.
Yeah, especially with our MVP quarterback. You don't want him throwing it too much.
That's not the point. It's any team. The Chiefs kicked field goals. Like, they had 3 field goals in that Chargers game.
Chargers fucked us so bad.
Big time.
I watched that whole game. They had like a 4th and inches, and he punts, and they're
a joke. I mean, the Chiefs' last 2 wins. The Titans win? Come on.
No wonder the Chargers have no fans. I mean, who would be a fan of that team? They just...
Oh, we were onto them, so we were right about something.
Add it to the list. The Chargers, they're sickening. I hate that team.
Both Chargers-Chiefs games, the Chargers blew. And that Titans Chiefs game, the Titans blew. Like the Chiefs are winning these close, lucky games too. Like I don't know, everyone's obsessed with the Chiefs, but like they're not like. I mean, come on.
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm not afraid of them. That's my point.
They haven't lost a game in November or December, and like
yeah, that's insane.
I think I had 0 kids when the last time they lost in one of those
Mahomes
months.
hasn't Mahomes never lost a game in November or December?
I think so. It's 15-0. I don't mean how many times he or whatever it is. Yeah, it's something like that.
24, I know, or something. And it doesn't help that their division's a joke. Like somehow we have a harder division than them. Everyone was like obsessed with the AFC. You never know. You can't predict this shit. Every year, you can't predict it.
Man, you're really figuring out the NFL today. No, don't turn the ball over, and you'll probably win. And you can't.
But that's not true for every team. That's my point. We had 8. We scored our last 7 possessions. We scored. We go to the red zone on like 48% of our drives, literally.
Is that good?
Like of course, that's good. It's best in the league. Half our drives go to the red zone or score. We score or get in the red zone or something on half our drives. Like I don't know. I hope we turned a corner here. I just feel like we were just not smart. We didn't play smart football in the red zone. Like you call your best plays. You don't turn it over. Take the points when they're there and be fine.
Yeah, we just had to play like our quarterback's injured all year and limit his ability to ruin the game for us.
You realize he's oh my God, I can't even deal with that. I just can't even deal with it.
Do you live at a train station?
I don't know what's going on with the trains. I do live near a train track, but
wow.
This is usually it's not this bad. I don't know. This is the first time we've had a train issue on this podcast. And I don't know. They were probably all backed up for days.
So,
anyways,
yeah, I don't really have much else on the Browns. I mean, Stefanski. I mean,
I do.
I tweeted out who their coaches have been, their coaching history. I mean, it's beyond bleak. If I get to find a sadder word than bleak, I mean that.
Yeah, they had the double QB sneak like debacle.
Oh my God, that was horrible.
I mean, the first one was fine, but they like lost yardage on it, and then they do the exact same thing again. Apparently, they were good at QB sneaks, but neither of those had a chance. And Chubb was got to hand it to our D line. They dominated it in the run game. Well,
yeah, I mean we did actually play them quite well against the run. I mean, somehow Jacoby Brissett tore us up, throwing for over 300. But yeah,
couldn't guard Cooper.
Yeah, Cooper.
Dane Jackson can't win a 50-50 ball.
Yeah, they went from Cornell to Mangini, Shermer, Chudzinski, whatever. Pettin, Jackson, Gregg, then Kitchens, then Stefanski. I mean, that is.
Patton was a weird hire.
Yeah, out of that list, you come up with Patton as a bad hire.
Well, he was our DC, wasn't he? And then he got scooped up by the Browns as head coach. That was bizarre.
I thought we fired him, but
maybe we did. I don't really remember. But yeah, that was strange. But that franchise, that whole organization is a joke.
And now they got to deal with what's his name coming back, and it's like, good. All right, have fun. I mean,
yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I'm with you. It was. I don't know why you would just. I mean, isn't next year's draft class loaded?
I don't know. I've watched a good amount of college football, and I haven't seen a lot of great quarterbacks. I mean, the guy from Kentucky he was supposed to be a first round pick. He's terrible. He's been horrible this year. I don't know. I mean, they've been saying there's supposed to be a bunch, but I don't know. That stuff, I never listened to that stuff in August. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the Browns offense is pretty good with Brissett. I don't know, maybe just tank a year and draft a guy and instead of giving. I mean, whatever.
Now that I mean,
We'll see how it shakes out.
Yeah, that franchise is in trouble.
Yeah, for sure.
And again,
So,
they
good
have
thing-
been for 25 years. So
I know. I mean, they drafted Baker Mayfield #1 overall. Yikes! Thank God they did.
yeah, and then he's all injured. The guy is like a broke down bus, and then they just can't get rid of him, and they whatever. Fuck the Browns. I don't want to talk about them. So the Lions. I actually did look up some stuff on the Lions.
Top 10 offense.
Yeah, their offense. They're 6th in yards and they're 8th in points. The Bills are 2nd in yards and 2nd in points. They have 7.5 yards per pass attempt. We have 7.8, so pretty close there. But I mean, defense. They're 32nd in yards and 32nd in points.
Yeah.
Bills are 13th in yards and 5th in points allowed.
Yeah, we're digressing though. We were like after the first month, I think we were 1st in both.
Well, I mean, how many points have we given up in the fourth quarter the last 2 weeks?
Same. Yeah, we gave up
30 points.
Well, if you count the 81-yard run at the very end of the third, it was what the Browns had 13, the Vikings had 33 minus 10, 23, 20, not counting overtime. So yeah, the problem with the defense right now seems to be. I mean, they played the run well against Cleveland and Minnesota, absent that one play. But it seems like we're getting teams in 3rd and long. Quarterbacks are just throwing the ball up to like the #1 receiver, and it's just complete every single time.
It seems like the Browns are better off if it was 3rd and 11 or 3rd and 12. That would be their best offense.
Oh, and yeah, they're just throwing it up to Cooper, and he's owning Jackson. And even the one time we stopped them, Cooper caught a deep ball and he was barely out of bounds. That was lucky too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of fortuitous bounces in that game, but
although we did have one similar play to Davis where he was barely out of bounds, but still, it was Jackson. What happened with Jefferson and Cooper? I mean, we have 2 straight #1 receivers just absolutely light us up, and I don't know.
Dane Jackson, did he ever? He knows that he's allowed to play the football, right? Like he doesn't move his arms. What is that?
I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. And I don't know. There was one where Hamlin, it seemed like he played the ball, got called for pass interference. Our defensive backfield right now is just not good, and we're playing all backups. It was nice. Poyer made a couple nice plays, so it was nice to have him back. But these corners,
7-0. We're 7-0 when Poi Boy plays.
Yeah, I mean, maybe when Elam's back, he's more athletic than these guys. So hopefully, maybe he can be more physical and like win some of these contested catches, or at least like force an incomplete pass. Trey White, I don't know.
I don't understand Trey White. I mean, the guy. Well, I don't understand him. He's fully practicing. He's on the roster. He's been on the roster for 4 weeks. Well, does Brandon? I don't get it. Brandon Beane needs to put him in the fucking office and talk to this guy. If he's not going to play, put him on IR. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how that really works. Like, if they put him on IR, would he have been allowed to practice?
Oh.
So yeah, I don't know if he needed practice time to get ready to play, but this will be the 4th game. No. He played Packers. I thought he was activated for the Packers game, which means it's been 4 games already. Maybe this will be the 5th game.
Yeah, this will be his 5th. This will be his 5th.
So
yeah, I'm not sure how the practice. Maybe you can practice on IR, or you have to like pretend that he's not. I don't know.
But it seems like he's playing well in practice, and like I don't know.
Well, yeah, I figure Stephon Diggs is going to say he looks like shit and he has no confidence during practice. How the hell do we know?
Even the media people. I mean, right? How do we know is right, but McDermott. I mean, now he's saying he's day to day and it's a team. Whatever. I don't know what the hell's going on.
What's with the local media? I mean, these guys have the cushiest, easiest jobs. They're all buddies with each other. All buddies with the management of the team. Like, is there a Jerry Sullivan still alive? I mean, Tim Graham. We talk about this once. Tim Graham gets scoops. No one else on this in this entire area can ever get any scoop ever. I don't know.
Yeah, Sullivan's. I think he's in there when they have press conferences. But I do agree that I don't know. They don't seem to ask like. I mean, they'll be
They're
like
scared
so
of
what's the
confrontation, like
status?
it's high
What's
school.
Trey
Like,
White's?
oh, we can't pull anyone anymore. Yeah.
It'd be like they'll ask like what's Trey White's status, and McDermott will be like, oh, it's he's day to day, and then they'll like just move on to the next question.
Golly, guys, we
Whereas-
gotta pray about it and go. Well, let's go out to lunch and have some Kool-Aid, some juice.
But I mean, McDermott just won't answer anything. Is it mental? Is physical? Oh, we're not going to get into that. I mean, this guy's been on the roster for a month. What is the deal? He's a full participant in practice. Why is he not playing? Why? Is it because he's not playing well enough? Do they think he's not like the other guys are just better right now and they're waiting
He's
for
not.
him to
If
get
he's
back
not
up
beating
to
out
speed?
Cam Lewis in practice,
Well, that's the thing. Is he like if he's healthy, he's practicing fully, and he's better than the guys we have playing. Then is White afraid to go back out there, which I think is a fair question, and I don't even criticize him if he is. One more blow knee, and it could be like that could be the end of his career, basically. But I don't know. I mean, they just never provide answers, and here we are getting torched in our secondary, playing practice squad corners at safety, and we have an all-pro who's full participant in practice just not playing. So I don't know.
Players they tear their ACL more than once. I mean, it's not
It's a very
career-ending, but I
common
mean,
injury too.
I understand he would be reluctant. Okay, yeah, for unlucky that we had to play on this dumb Detroit field twice in a row, but I mean, what? Because it was Thanksgiving, he's like spooked by that. I mean,
Maybe
this guy's a conspiracy theory, or like not conspiracy, but he's like whatever it is, karma or whatever. Like, dude, strap it on. You're getting paid $8 million a game, or $500,000 a game, whatever it is. It's a huge amount.
Yeah.
I mean,
come on. Yeah, I agree. He's getting paid a ton, and like McDermott said, he's like at some point we're gonna have to give it a go. But like, I mean, the Lions' offense is much better than the next two offenses we play, so we need them in this game.
yeah, and some of their guys are getting healthier. I mean, they have some injuries on defense, but so
Yeah.
Detroit, they're 6-4 against the spread, over under 7-3 in their games. You know what the Bills against the spread are?
I mean, I could probably let's see. We definitely covered week 1. We definitely covered KC, Pittsburgh, Tennessee. We have at least 4 covers. Baltimore, was that a push?
We're 5-4
Might have
and
been a
1.
push. Yeah. Okay. I was gonna. Yeah, because we didn't cover any of the last 4 games. Detroit, maybe, I guess, depending on the line. So that seems right. 500, yeah.
The line for this game is 10. Over under is 54.
Yeah.
10. I mean, I tried. I couldn't find a good website that had all the Lions' history on Thanksgiving, but they've had a weird Thanksgiving like streaks. They had a 9-game losing streak, then they had 4 straight wins, then they had they had 4 straight losses and 5 straight wins, and then something like that. But they've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've lost like 5 in a row now by an average of 5 in a row, and they've had average losses by 7 points. They played the Bears in 3 of the last 4 and 4 of the last 8. Who wants to watch Bears Lions?
No one. I feel like the Lions are often playing backup QBs, but I mean they had Stafford for a lot of those games too, obviously. But I don't know. 10's a lot of points for a team that could. 10 is a lot of points for the way our defense has been playing, and a team that can definitely score garbage time touchdowns.
Yeah, and we've had like 1 practice, like 2 practices in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know about
Maybe
that 10-point spread. That seems.
I would bet confidently that we'll be up by more than 10 at some point in this game. whether it stays that way or not. I mean, we could be up 24 in the fourth quarter and not cover that spread.
Well, yeah, I mean,
So-
the way that defense is playing in the fourth quarter, and we have Rousseau hurt again. We have Edmonds hurt
So
again.
Epinesa and Edmonds. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Dotson didn't impress me,
Yeah, he looked lost.
but Milano played great. Poyer
Yeah,
back. I mean,
Milano. I don't really have a real Bills jersey. I might buy a Milano jersey. The guy he just makes plays.
yeah, he was all over the field. He almost had a couple picks too, or at least a pick. Tackles for loss, sack. He had a nice sack on a blitz. D tackles played great too. Oliver had some nice plays. Daquan Jones was a beast in the middle there. Blocked a field goal. I mean, the D line really played really well. It's not good that we're missing. I mean, I wish Rousseau is he definitely out?
Yeah, high ankle sprain. He's going to miss 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, and Epinesa.
But yeah,
But Edmonds, I don't know what's up with him. I mean, he didn't finish. He came out at halftime of that Vikings game.
yeah.
That's right.
The middle of the field with Dotson in there it was a wasteland. It was like a desert. It was just no one was playing in the middle of the field against the Browns.
Luckily, we already faced the Lions tight end, so do they have another tight end? They traded their tight end, so that could be good for us, I guess.
Hawkinson, yeah.
I don't know who their tight end is now, but
You don't know their backup tight end?
Oh, sorry, no, I didn't know.
No, I don't know either.
Should have scooped them on waivers. But they have that. The other good thing is, I feel like they got St. Brown. He's their best receiver, right? Isn't he small?
Amon-Ra St. Brown is still good. I mean, Shark.
No, but I feel like we've been getting killed on these big number one receivers and with size. I mean that's really what has stood out to me is killing our DBs. Maybe smaller guys, harder to complete those jump balls. I mean,
Brock. I never heard of these guys. They sound like fake names. Brock Wright, James Mitchell, and Shane Zylstra are their tight ends.
Yeah, I don't know. And their receivers are Shark and St. Brown, and who else?
Reynolds. St.
Okay,
Brown's
yeah.
6 foot, 200 pounds. Yeah, he's not a small guy.
How big is Cooper? He's got to be 6'3".
Mari
Jefferson's
Cooper?
probably 6'3". Yeah.
I don't think he's that big. Khalif Raymond. I don't know who that is, but thankfully
Yeah,
Jameson
guys.
Williams isn't. He's practicing, but he's not going to play yet.
No,
They just got him off IR, but that dude
Yeah.
is going to be nasty.
Yeah, their offense is legit. Goff owned us last time we played them. Played him. We were up 28-3 in that game, and then he just torched us.
That was at Rams.
At home game against the Rams with no fans, remember?
Oh yeah, Bill still won, but yeah, that was,
Yeah, we still won, but he lit us up, Goff, and so did Darrell Henderson, who's now a free agent. So is
yeah.
Melvin Gordon. Interesting.
Yeah, these running backs. I don't understand teams did they not want to trade him a month ago, or they couldn't? I mean, I can understand if they couldn't, but it's like a bunch of running backs got cut in the last 3 weeks. A bunch.
Curious if we'll have any interest in any of these guys.
Yeah, we addressed 5 or 6 running backs.
Why not add another to the list?
I'm just I'm at the bar when the inactives come out, and it's why are these running backs playing?
We have to get something at receiver. We have 4 health. We have 4 guys. We talked about it last week. What if someone got hurt? We don't even have guys we could dress. Maybe we have someone we could bring it up from the practice squad. I don't even know, but Tanner Gentry was active last week.
It's bleak. The Cowboys are tweeting out from their official account about Odell Beckham. He's going
Strange.
there. For some reason they have a bunch of cap space and they have a crazy owner. Odell Beckham's not coming here. He wants real money, which I don't understand how he's going to get real money in the middle of a season.
You coming off an injury, and I wouldn't want us to do that. If he wanted to do like a 1 year deal or 2 year deal, maybe
his people or someone said, "Oh, he doesn't want to do a 1 year prove it deal because he just did one." Well, bro, it's almost December. I mean,
two ACLs, right?
Who's going to sign this guy other than the Cowboys? They would, the Cowboys. No other team is going to offer him a bunch of money. I mean, the Giants. What's he going to do there?
Yeah, that would be dumb. The Giants, there's no way he goes back to the Giants. I would be shocked. The Cowboys, I can see it because they're stupid. And they would probably give him like $100 million.
Yeah.
And he's 30, isn't he? 30 with back-to-back torn ACLs. And
he's the same year as Watkins. I mean,
he hasn't had a productive season since when? Like full season. Like last year he was good, right? For the playoffs. So if you're renting him for this year, I can see that. But like signing into some long-term contract, what are you banking on there?
His best. I mean, if he really wants a lot of money, he might as well just sign a 1 year contract with the Cowboys. He'll make a bunch of money in incentives, and then maybe I don't know. There's not much the Bills can do about receiver now. They should have drafted. I don't know what this guy that we drafted. We don't use him.
No, I mean we don't. You're right. I mean we cannot afford a single injury.
So sick of McKenzie.
Yeah, I'm with you. He just I feel like he did something dumb again against the Browns. Or had another bad play against them. Oh, the one like a jet sweep where he easily could have dove into the end zone. He just like ran straight up and got stood up at the one. Like what? He could have just dove in. I don't know. So what is he doing?
No,
terrible.
Well, we have. I mean, the AFC East. It's still that Jets Patriots game. Holy shit! That was
the team sucks.
How do you punt? There's no time left. Are you punting so that they muff the punt? Why would you punt it to them? The Jets
trying to go to overtime.
So punt it out of bounds. Mac Jones isn't going to do anything.
I 100% agree on that. I mean, they never should have. I totally agree.
I guess Saleh kept those CVS receipts, and he doesn't have any room in his pockets for like playbooks or like schematics.
Absolutely stunning that we lost them. It makes me sick. I can't even think about it.
Those two teams somehow right now, all four teams in the AFC East would be in the playoffs too. I mean, the Jets beat the Dolphins too, although with a backup. But
yeah, they got a good defense for sure, but their offense is terrible, and the
Zach
even
Wilson's
more
pussy. They've lost 14 straight to the Patriots.
The more disconcerting thing about it is, if you look at Wilson's numbers against us, he was like efficient. I feel like he completed like 75% of his passes for like 200 yards. But we can't say anything about the defense though in the Jets game. I mean, look at what he did against the Pats compared to us. Don't even look up his stats against us because they'll make you sick.
He had 154 yards. His passer rating was good though.
What was his completion percentage? Wasn't he like 18 to 24?
It was. He was 18 to 25.
Yeah, he was efficient.
25. How do you know this stuff? Jeez, you need to
watch the games. Our performance defensively against the Jets was an abomination. I don't care what anyone says.
Well, his yards per attempt was pretty bad, but he only got sacked twice. Patriots sacked.
He had 70 yards passing against They punted more than they completed passes against the Pats.
Coming off a bye, the Jets roll into New England, complete 9 passes, and score 3 points, and then lose on a punt with 8 seconds left, or 12, or whatever it was.
They just beat us too. I mean, that's the second worst loss of the McDermott era, maybe tied for first. with the Jags. It was that bad of a loss. And then Wilson, he's getting thrown under the bus. Like Garrett Wilson, after they beat us, he's tweeting out that, oh, Zach Wilson's a dog. And then after this game, he's like throwing him under the bus. It's just so funny.
We need to be better on offense. Yeah, 4 quarters later.
I know. And I mean, really, they should. They actually could maybe compete for like a 7 seed if they put Flacco in.
Yeah, they definitely need to get rid of bench Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
But, well, yeah, I mean, all you need to be, if you're like a quarterback that's like, you were highly drafted and you're playing like shit, you just had to like slam someone's mom or their mom's friend, and all the players will love you at least for an extra 2 months.
He's not even showing like flashes. I mean, every play he made against us was just like first read, booming out, and it was there. We did nothing to. It was just horrible.
We got Dan Campbell in 2 days.
48 hours. I know. I feel. So how you feeling about this game? Confidence wise.
Oh, it's Dan Campbell and Jared Goff. I mean, I'm thinking it's going to be a shootout, but I don't know. I can't picture us losing on Thanksgiving lately because some reason we play on Thanksgiving almost every year now, and we show up every year, put up points.
I mean, we're good. We've been really good in every primetime situation. Primetime meaning national television.
I mean, it could be a letdown with the Patriots next week, but
no, not on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but the noon game, I mean, a lot of Bills fans will still be sleeping. They'll be waking up and putting some whiskey in their coffee like Tim. And
I'll be up for probably 7 hours by then.
5 a.m. I mean, someone's got to get these trains moving. So.
Oh, yeah, I know. I wish we had a 4 o'clock slot, but, you know. I don't. The Lions game is usually so bad that I don't watch the whole thing. So this will be good. 3 straight football games. The good games. They're all good games.
Yeah, there are 3. It's all 3 are pretty good games. Yeah. I lost my train of thought there, but
got Giants at Dallas, and I could see the Giants winning it. It's just how the NFL's been this year, and hopefully the Vikings show up.
Jesus. That was on that. Somehow I had money on the Vikings and the Giants last week. Brutal.
Yeah, I don't know what you were thinking. The Vikings. That was the biggest lock of the season.
Definitely a fishy line when you're getting 1.5 after you beat us.
I mean, the win against us was so lucky, and they blew their load. They thought they won the Super Bowl.
All right. Well, we got like 10 seconds here. So what's your...
All right. 40-24 Bills.
I'll say 35-28 Bills.
Damn.
Man, Campbell, I don't know. Unless the Lions might try and slow the game down, but I don't think they're capable of doing anything schematically, so yeah, strategically.
Yeah, I don't think they're capable of that either. So, all right, go Bills. 8-3. Let's go.
Bills like Buffalo.
Go fuck yourself.
Shit, I'm all about the Bills like Thurman Thomas.
I don't tip, I pay bills. Bitches call me Buffalo.
Fuck it. Do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Hey, Peter.
Yeah.
Watch out for a cornhole, bud.
Okay, Lawrence.
Yes.